Hey everyone, Brian from Bear Traders, January 22nd. It's Wednesday evening. Just going to go over the markets real quick here, look at some stocks I've got on watch. And yeah, let's take a look at what happened here. So we've got this virus thing that's obviously playing on everyone's mind and what kind of impact it potentially could have on economies in the market. I guess people are looking back at the SARS and H1N1 thing and getting a little nervous. Of course, we've had a big run, so people are getting nervous, obviously, whether they should book some gains, and I think some people have been. So you're going to see charts in a minute. We're kind of stalling out here, but still well in the bull camp here with new highs versus new lows. Stocks above the 250 moving averages, all still pretty bullish, but sitting at pretty significant highs here. So let's just jump right into our indexes. I was actually just looking at the TVIX here. But let's take a look at the indexes real quickly. Transports, yeah, transports, look at this. They did a big breakout here. This was a bit of a doji counter back here, but the breakout level was here, and big breakout and big reversal. So kind of a false breakout. Checking back to these moving averages here, so we'll see where they go. And again, this is going to be the tail of the tape here, a couple down days because of this whole virus scare, and we've been doing the sell-off on volume here, so maybe this is the pullback that everybody's expecting, or at least the start of. Theory is transports need to go higher if the indexes are going to go higher. You can see here the also yields are dropping again with a bit of a scare in the market, and you can see the Dow have made its high on, I guess that would be a Friday, and it's been sort of pulling back. Nothing significant yet, just kind of pausing after this big run up here. Volume's kind of average. I'm going to skip over the weeklies because we're not through the week yet. Short week, and again, IWM having a couple of, actually even Friday was a bit of a down day. So still holding this level here, coming sort of checking back. Here we had the breakout, pop up, check back. This is a very sort of typical pattern. When a stock or index breaks out, you usually get this initial breakout and then a pullback to the where the point where it broke out from. So we'll see if it holds here. I think it's tomorrow will tell if we start to break below this level. That'll be more of a concern, but at this point it looks like a bit of a check back. Volume was a little bit lighter today, so sellers weren't there in force. Qs again finished higher on the day, but pull back on the day overall. We got a hollow fill candle there. And the SPY, again, we got a hollow fill candle, but didn't finish near the high of the day or at the high of the day. We pulled back from this previous high on Friday, again, probably causing the volatility index to rise a little bit. So looks like we're taking a bit of a pause for the cause here. Dollar index kind of just hanging around there. I don't know if it's just range bound. And then here's the VIX coming up here. So I was looking at, again, it just seems like this level is a great level to trade against when it gets down around 12. You can buy the TVIX, play it for pop back up, but it's just a pop because it's probably, in all likelihood, this will be back down again in a day or two. Let's take a look at some scans I've done. Actually, no, let's take a look at what we've had on active. APDN, I've had this for quite a while for me for a swing trade, but it's been a couple weeks and it just seems to be chopping along, kind of losing some faith in it. I'm going to see, obviously, I think if it loses the 4 handle, I will bail on that one. Cake, we had this one, picked up that one yesterday on this reversal and sold it back, sold it up here today. And pretty tight stop on the small position I have left, but that was a nice little bounce play there. Came from a scan. MVVR had this one, sold some at 160. That was my target. Now we're getting a bit of a pullback here, and I've got a little bit left on that one. just to see if we can get up to sort of this 170 level here. OPGN still got a tiny bit left on this. Bought it, sold some, bought it back, and then sold some the last bit up over $2 here. So it's doing a bit of a pullback too. I like to see 1, 2 candles and then hopefully some resolution after the second down candle. So looking for some resolution back up to the upside again here on the rest of the week. And if we don't get that, probably bail on the rest. But my entry is down around there, so I got lots of room on that one. So that's what we got. Right now, scans, I've been looking through some stuff. This is looking for CGIX to maybe hold this level, see if we can get a double bottom. If they don't get some movement up, it'll be more to the downside, maybe even looking to close some of this gap here. If we might get back down to 4 if we lose this level here. So EZPW, and I don't really see anything that interesting there, keeping an eye on it. GILD kind of looks interesting to me. We had a big sell-off from 66 down to 62.50-ish. We bounced today. So I'm going to watch this one tomorrow and see if we can get a continuation move. Be looking at 64.50 roughly, kind of in this area here. Possible if I can get a decent entry, maybe we get even a little pullback tomorrow. If I can get in around 63, I'll use this close at 62.63 right here as my stop. If I can get in around 63, have a good risk to reward there. So we'll keep an eye on that one. I'll be using an alert on that. INAP, again, this is a pretty low price stock. We had a nice pop on Thursday, pullback Friday, pullback again. This is the 2 bars I'm talking about. Pop up 2 bars and then resolution back to the upside. And we'll see if we get any kind of continuation move here. Might look at that, and again, we've got a tight range here that we can trade against. I'd probably trade around this moving average 108. So we'll see what that does in the morning. This is New Flyer, or Noranda Income Fund, I should say. Just looking at that, it's a Canadian one. So this one's bouncing off prior levels of, here's a prior level of resistance, prior level of support, pretty much bounced right off it here. So this one, we'll keep an eye on that one tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some continuation moves. We've got a nice level to trade against here. Maybe this $11. If we can get a good entry, we could be good back up to sort of $13. So I'll be definitely keeping an eye on this one. RC is not that interesting. This one looks like it's breaking out. SBPH, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on that one in the morning. Again, here, look at this again. Pop up two red bars, consolidation, basically digesting the gains, and then a pop back again. Like to see this 2-bar flag pattern on the daily. So this one here doesn't look very promising. Kind of looks like it's going to head back down to this $1 level. Might consider re-entering again if it gets there. TORC, kind of liking how this is trading. It's kind of holding this moving average right now. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one. So what's the high here? High is 156, so maybe set an alert for 160. Might indicate it's going to break out. And then we could be good up to maybe almost $2, 190. And Watt, this came up on a scan too. We're right at a pretty significant level of resistance, and keeping an eye on that one. Again, we'll set alert. I was also looking at Walgreens Boots Alliance here. It looks like it's breaking down. Lost this prior level of support. Looked like it was going to put in a double bottom, then it fell some more. I think it could, if it actually loses, it could be good down to, down to this level, 50, 52 handle. But pretty oversold here, 25 on the RSI. Volume wasn't very heavy, so there wasn't a whole lot of conviction selling here, just lack of buyers. MACD might be turning up a bit here, so maybe it actually will find some support here around 53. So I'll look for a reversal pattern here on this one. See if we get a bit of a bounce off this 53 level. If it can hold there. Just looking back here, here's a level of support. So maybe 53 holds here. We'll set an alert for 53. If we hit it, I'll take a look at it, keep an eye on it, and if it looks like it's putting in a reversal on the day, we'll grab it, just like we grabbed cake a couple days ago, grabbed our cake. All right, well, that's it. That's kind of all the scans I've got for tonight. So here's the book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade, if you want to check it out. Kind of goes over a lot of things I do, setups I look for, how to swing trade. If you want to check it out, it's there in the store. And yeah, so if you're going to join us in the Bear Bull Trading Room tomorrow, I will see you there. Pre-market show starts at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Norm and Carlos usually, and then we'll get into trading and when the market's open. So enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.